Nights like tonight sure are exciting, but there's always a downside too. By the end of tonight, one team and their fans will have to say goodbye to its seniors. For Baylor, that could be Melissa Jones.
It seemed like just yesterday I was going through my first workout with the team and wanting to cry and go home. And now being a senior and just knowing that any game could be our last is just is crazy to fathom.
It's been a great 4 years. Over time, she's turned into a fan and coach's favorite. And you only have as far back as the Oklahoma game when they all thought they might lose her for good to find that reminder.
I just remember going for it and knowing that I hit my head pretty hard. Everything just started to fade black, and I thought maybe it just gotten really hard, and I was just trying to open my eye, and I physically still couldn't see out of it, and I was like, well, it's not swollen shut, and that's when that moment I was like, something's wrong.
The optic nerve is also responsible for sending those same signals that help to see vision, to see shapes, to see light. That right now is not working.
Kids aren't supposed to have those kind of injuries in basketball. I've seen her take worse licks.
Jones had become temporarily blind in her right eye, and after returning to the court 2 games later, she had changed her look in the visual sense, opted for protective lenses. She could have changed her style of play too, but that just wouldn't be Melissa.
It doesn't phase me in a way, and so just continue to play as hard as I can.
That's how she plays the game. When she's back on the floor playing, she'll dive on the floor again.
Her coach was right, and on the biggest stage of the season Sunday, she reminded her fans and her teammates that she never holds back.
She sacrifices her body.
It's been a feel-good story. Now everyone wants to know just how will it end.
Only one team can legitimately be happy with their season, so that's the picture-perfect world. And is that our goal? Absolutely. And we're not going to settle for anything less.
All right, we'll obviously have more on that season, and hopefully Baylor can extend it. We'll have that for you later on tonight at 10. Thanks for watching.
1, 2, 3, backs.
To be the best, it helps if you can learn from the best.
He's one that you want to emulate, and you want your kids to emulate.
It's just like having an NFL coach on hand. You don't have to worry about nothing. He knows what he's talking about. Like learning from the best.
Boom. Come on through.
Didn't know a former football and baseball star was now coaching football at Waco High? Don't worry, some of his own players didn't either.
He really hadn't told us much. I mean, like, the past is the past, and why worry about it?
I played college football, and I was drafted by the Rangers, drafted by the Cowboys. For me, I don't ever really talk about that when I come out there with these guys because it's in the past, and my focus is on them.
Running backs coach Donald Harris is an accomplished man. After 2 years at Texas Tech, Harris was drafted by the Texas Rangers in 1989, and just 3 years later in the NFL with the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, I think the biggest thing for me was my work ethic, how hard I played. I loved the game, just being humble.
It's easy to get lost in Harris's accomplishments.
It's cool, you know, you want an autograph and everything, you want a card, you know, just be around somebody that popular.
But Harris would argue you're missing what matters most.
My greatest accomplishment was not being drafted and playing with Nolan Ryan. My greatest accomplishment was graduating from college when I was at the age of 37. That was the greatest thing that ever could have happened to me.
Harris left the professional sports world 3 years after he began. Now he's teaching kids that nothing in sports lasts forever.
Things that I didn't take advantage of, I try to, share that with these guys. Go out there, hit the weights, be the class on time. Just take advantage of every opportunity you have. It's not going to last forever.
He always working us hard. He always going to be on us, telling us what's right, what we need to do.
Let's go, man. Hurry up, let's go.
School come before this, so, yeah, basically that's it.
In Waco, I'm Jeff McAdam from News Channel 25 Sports. Gotta love it.
I am not feeling good. Hey, Jeff, come on in, take over for me, please.
You don't look well. Get out of here. Get out. I'll take over. Yeah, speaking of not feeling well, the basketball players inside the Baylor locker room, they've gone mad in this month of March, and they got the symptoms to prove it.
Oh, like the flu. It's not fun.
It's a rage, I guess. You get the shaking, you get nervous, you get the jitters.
It starts at the toes and goes to the hair. It makes you go crazy. It makes you look like the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland.
March Madness, it's so contagious, it's even got team doctors looking for it in the most obscure places.
Sometimes we find it in the bottle. We really have to get rid of that March Madness.
Oscar Griffin, he got it in his water bottle. Oscar Griffin, there he is. Camera on him.
And no one's immune to the madness, not even play-by-play announcers.
Into the paint, Epee Jones up and in with the jump shot. You got to be careful that the madness doesn't overtake you. You got to make sure you don't say Lace Darius Carter, and you got to make sure you don't say Epee Jones. You got to keep the names right.
But is there a cure? For the answer to that question, we are now joined by the team doctor for both the New Orleans Saints and the Hornets, Doc Misty Surrey. Doc, can you tell us, is there a cure for this disease?
Frankly, Jeff, the situation is not good. Despite all the advances in modern medicine, there is no cure.
That's not what I want to hear, Doc. It's bad
Guys, Georgetown Lawson made me mad!
Jeff, isn't that your sports director?
Right you are, Doc, and how embarrassing.